remember, if you do it, I know that you're going to be taught over there different way or teach, but always remember, if you stick to how we're doing it here, it'll stick. So when it comes to the engine compartment, this engine is the same as the older one. You know, we always start from the left and we go to the right. Okay, so here we go. You ready? So the engine compartment, we start here. This is our water reservoir coolant. The cap is secure and tight, not leaking. This is my reservoir window that checks the fill. It's not cracked, not leaking. Okay, right below that you have your radiator. Your radiator is not leaking, not cracked. Okay, then you have your radiator hose, which is part metal, part rubber. It's not leaking and it's attached to the bus. Then you go back and you have your exhaust pipe, which is back there. We recommend you don't touch anything when you're going over the engine compartment because it could be hot. So the exhaust pipe is there. It's not cracked. It has no burn marks. And it's attached to the bus, right? Obviously. Then as you walk toward yourself, you have all your hoses are not cracked, not broken, not leaking. They're attached to the bus. That's your visual. Then as you keep going forward, you have all your wiring, your harnesses. It looks like they're all attached and connected to the bus, properly connected. Then right next door you have your radiator fill. Radiator fill is secured, not leaking. This is your dipstick for the oil. It's secured, not leaking. Then the biggest thing here is the engine block. The engine block is not cracked. It's not leaking. There's no standing fluids. That's what you're checking for. Then right below there, you have your water pump. The water pump is gear driven. That's all you have to say. Water pump is here and it's gear driven. You just have to point there. As you walk over here, then you could say, all my logos are clear and visible. That's it. This here is my alternator. My alternator is belt driven. Anything above is belt driven. The belt is not cracked, not broken, not frayed, and it cannot have more than 2/4 inch play, which means it can't be that loose because it'll come off. Okay? It's got to be somewhat tighter. It cannot be more than 2/4 inch play. Okay? Then as you walk here, then this is your engine fill. Your cap is for the engine oil. It's secured, not leaking. This is your rear engine compartment control box. And you just read it off. This is my engine fan indicator, my fast idle switch, my engine fan reverse switch, my oil pressure gauge, my water temperature gauge, my engine, transmission, ABS diagnostic, my ignition switch, my start engine switch, my compartment light switch. You just read that off. Sorry. And then when you walk over here, there's two components right below here. There is a air compressor that's gear driven because it's down connected to the engine. Gear driven, and it has hoses that are connected to the air conditioning unit, which is up here, and that is belt driven. Remember, anything above here is belt driven. There's two things, that and the air conditioning, belt driven. The other thing that's in this area here is your power steering pump. That's gear driven. So there are three things that are gear driven: the water pump, the air compressor, and the power steering pump are gear driven. The two things that are belt driven is your alternator and your AC unit, which is right up there. Those are the only two things that are belt driven. That's it.